Hey, good morning, Chicago. How you guys doing? It's Wednesday, and you know what day it is. It's Wednesday with Wisdom and Wealth with Wendy. So I just wanted to reach out to you and kind of let's talk about a little bit about credit. Credit is definitely something that I think a lot of us tend to take for granted. We are so comfortable in this world that thinking that people's information is really secure. But as unfortunately, as we saw over the last year or so, we've been seeing people having issues as far as their credit or their privacy being breached. And with the hacking of into the Equifax information, Yahoo, a couple months ago, we really need to talk about making sure that we are securing our information. We take for granted that a lot of the measures that are taken by the companies that are offering to monitor your information, or that the information is being encrypted, that you are as safe as possible. You always want to make sure you are definitely taking stock of your credit, looking at your report, making sure that no one is stealing your information, because unfortunately, people don't realize it until it's too late. And there are a lot of things that you can take protective measures to definitely help you, if not completely prevent it, but at least try to control your own exposure, if you will. So with that being said, the a couple of notations that I have for you as far as with the credit repair, or not credit repair, but credit monitoring and credit safety, is that you got to make sure you look at the information. Look at your credit reports. Are you looking, hey Kevin, how you doing? Looking at the credit report to make sure that your information is secure, looking at your information is accurate. Always look at your credit report. Look at your credit report at least once a year. If you're allowed, you are allowed once a year, free. You can go to freecreditreport.com. You can also get credit monitoring through creditkarma.com. The question is, with your credit, what is your premise and what's your purpose of what are you trying to do with it at the end of the day? And so, we can definitely address whatever needs you're trying to address. If it's just a matter of having good credit, I was definitely that way prior to the market crash. I was very headstrong about keeping solid credit, so I always had 700-800 credit score. Market went down, being self-employed, a little bit more difficult, but trying to keep a very strong score in spite of the economic downturn. Credits run anywhere from 350 to 800. So if your scores are in the 400, let's make sure that we can do what we got to do to help you with pulling that up. But that's not the topic for today. The topic for today is how to secure your credit. And make sure that you always have, like I said, monitor your own scores. Also monitor the fact that you are not, your information is not being compromised. How can you prevent your information from being compromised? Make sure when you're with your mail, any little bit of anything that is regarding any information, your name, even your address, shred each and every piece of at least the address part. That's what I do, at least with a lot of junk mail. If I get junk mail, well, I guess the word is not if, when I get junk mail, because that's always the reality. That's something you never get away from, huh? Taxes, death, and junk mail. But in any event, with protecting your information, just make sure, again, you shred anything with information. Be careful as far as giving information out. I'm seeing and hearing about people who get phone calls or letters that talk about, oh, you better hurry up and respond to this letter, or you'll be penalized for taxes, or whatever the case may be. Always verify the information that you are getting, or before you even release any type of information, validate that information. Contact IRS, contact the bank if it's something mortgage related or anything regarding your credit cards or banking related. Make sure you verify, take it into the branch and make sure that, hey, I got this information. Was it something that you definitely contacted me on? I'm very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Paranoid about that. And it's actually a good reason to be paranoid about that, because again, you never know, one slightest switch or glitch and your information can be compromised. As we found that, as secure as you think going through Equifax, unfortunately it's not secure. So, unfortunately we can't control, the criminals always always think a couple of steps ahead of us. Well, try to play chess and not checkers, and think even ahead of their game, and see what you can do to prevent, again, your information and your identity from being taken. Monitor your purses, ladies, gentlemen, wallets, and today a lot of times our phones, my goodness, guys, our phones are so much packed with information. We tend to, again, take for granted of the information, that we allow ourselves to be compromised, because then information can be compromised again by your phone, because we use the phone for almost everything. Taking it to Starbucks and paying for your coffee or paying for your gas. All that stuff is through your phone. And what if, God forbid, something happened and your phone was stolen? I see so many times walking on the streets and people's phones are sticking out of their back pocket. It's so easy for someone to just bump right into you, and it's an accidental, portrayed to be an accidental hit, and there you go, your phone's missing, and now you're scrambling. Imagine scrambling to find every one of your credit card information through your phone that you've uploaded. So you gotta make sure that you are doing what you can. Sometimes technology being advanced is great, don't get me wrong, but you got to be careful with all the information. If that's what you rely on, fine, that's by all means, please do that. But what you can do, again, is be proactive. Take an account of everything you are uploading on your phone as an app that you know that your credit information can be compromised, so that you have a quick reference. Don't put it in your phone. Or if you do put it in your phone, make sure you put it somewhere else. Make sure something is in writing so that you can go back to it. I'm also guilty of it as well, because I tend to want to make it easy, and easy is not as easy for you, but it's also easy for the criminals, guys. So, one thing is, again, keep your information secure, keep aware of your surroundings, and sometimes it's even about the people who are around you. Be careful. Sometimes your friends are your foes, and I'm not saying, not trust your friends, but again, sometimes you got to be very careful about that type of information that, again, you are exposing yourself to. And it's not even your friends at that point. It could be even those people who are affiliated with your friends. I mean, you just don't know who knows who, and you just got to be, again, careful. Take extra protective measures. They have those, even with credit cards, the skimmers. Make sure when you get to the gas station or when you are at the ATM, pull on the mechanism to make sure that piece is not falling out, because that's where skimmers are in place. I try to do things electronically as far as transferring money from one account to the next, but again, you can't, unfortunately, another thing we can't avoid is going to the ATM, because we always need money and we're reliant on credit. Well, because we're reliant on credit, guys, just make sure that at the end of the day, when you're so reliant on credit, you do what you got to do to protect yourself, to not expose yourself, and make sure that, again, you take the necessary precautions. So make sure about no skimmers. My sister-in-law's mom, we got for Christmas last year, we got these little really decorative cases that look like business card cases, but they're for your credit cards, so that people who also have those machines that can try to scan your credit card or information is prevented, because it's, if you will, impenetrable, and it can't pick up the signal through that box. Buy something like that. I see a lot of times, at the end of the day, it's about how you're taking care and protecting your property, your information, because information is very valuable to yourself and to the people who are actually looking out for your information. So, hi, Kimberly. Hi, Marquita. Thanks so much for the good morning wishes. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. So, there's a lot of different programs out there. I'm involved with a couple of programs that are out there as well. If you want to get more information on how to protect your credit, how to work on improving your credit, we can definitely do those as well. We can go on and on about credit. As far as credit, the main key and important points are, again, protect it. Make sure that you update it. Errors can happen. Don't always take for face value what the credit reports are saying is what is. There are a lot of errors that come through on the credit report. At the end of the day, as much as a name is unique as Marqeta, it could be another Marqeta out there, and they could be taking advantage of your information. So, unfortunately, we do have to take a look and realize that there are unfortunately bad people out there, and those bad people are trying to take advantage and prey on those innocent. And I talked about yesterday, fake landlords. Again, that's information that you got to make sure you provide some type of paper trail. Paper trail is very key. There's been people who have been unfortunately hoodwinked and taken to the cleaners, if you will, for money that they think they were getting on an apartment. And when it's too good to be true, again, it's probably too good to be true. I'm not discounting the fact that, there aren't qualified rentals out there. Please, I'm not trying to say that, but you got to at least, whatever you do, if you're going to go down the route of making sure that you are planning on looking at a property that is on the not on the MLS, that is dealing with realtors like myself, then you qualify the owner, if you will. Everything is in real estate is public knowledge, okay, guys? So when it's public knowledge, it's all documented. If it's something that you're not working with a realtor and you just want to get information, I can teach you, walk you through the process so you understand who are you dealing with, because I'd rather that you be educated and empowered as opposed to being felt like you're just violated and vandalized and taken advantage of, and now you don't have an opportunity to take advantage of. Good morning, Abby. Of making sure that, again, your investment is protected. Okay, guys, you got to protect yourself. If you can't protect yourself, who's going to protect you? Okay, we want trust on different parties, but at the end of the day, you are the number one accountable party to hold yourself to make sure that none of this stuff can be exposed. LifeLock is a great program. I'm sure that there are others that are available. There's a great company out there called Trinot, and that they offer credit monitoring. They've got a great, powerful system, a suite of products that are available. So if you want to know more about that, please call me and let me know, or inbox me, and we can definitely talk more about that. Again, I'm here for you as it relates to anything that comes down to wealth, finances, real estate, you name it. I'm here to, at least if it's not something even real estate related, doesn't matter. I can connect you to people. I know a lot of people in various different industries, and whatever the need is, we can help you through this. My partners are more than happy to help you, because at the end of the day, we're about trying to help other people in this community and the society, and we need to come back to that, because there's so much hate out there in this world, and we really need to all come accountable, come united as one, irregardless of race, irregardless of color, irregardless of anything. The biggest thing is we're all human beings. We all came from, one power, one being, and whatever that power and being is, that's something that, of course, we all hold true and dear to our heart. But again, we all come from one set of beings, and we all spend and make the same green money, and we all bleed the same red blood. So with all that being said, don't want to get off topic too much. Thanks so much for that comment, Paulette. Deanna, inbox and let me know what you were talking about, and we can talk more about that offline. As far as, and something else to talk with the real owner, again, that's what I was saying, backtracking about rentals and not dealing with somebody on the MLS. MLS is somebody that's qualified through a realtor. A realtor is going to, if you will, screen and qualify that buyer, or that landlord, because they're going to verify paperwork, or I should say a good realtor should definitely verify that paperwork. So are you dealing with the owner that is supposed to be the owner of record? Like I'm dealing with a client. One, I gotta love you. Yes, we're gonna talk about a little bit of evolution, because that's where we came from, as much as I like the Big Bang Theory. But in any event, what were we talking about? Taking me off topic, one. But in any event, you just, at the end of the day, about going back about the owner of record, that's public knowledge. You can go to it may not be even Chicago, but in Chicago specific, Cook County Assessor's Office, and then that way you can determine who the owner of record is, or the Cook County Recorder of Deeds office, so you gotta want to check that information out. Oh, that was when I was saying I have a client that is, renting from her landlord, and the landlord is actually not the official owner of the property, but because there was a death, she is now the estate holder, or if you will, the executor of the estate. So then she has, and I've actually validated and get information, and I've also worked with my attorneys to pull title. That's another good thing to do, is to connect with somebody who is a real estate attorney so they can pull title and they can help you identify again who the owner of record is. It's good to have relationships and connections. I have great relationships with my real estate attorneys, and so as a result, when I have situations like that and it's kind of questionable, to protect my interests, because I never want to do anything wrong for my job and then expose other people, because your actions are going to be held accountable to other people potentially, or could affect other people, and sometimes for the good and sometimes also for the bad. So you want to make sure you protect yourself. So with all that being said, thank you so much for that comment, Deanna. I appreciate that. That's what we're here for, to really help provide information to guide you along the way. So, but with that being said, we talked about credit today, and the reality is, let me know if there's any type of situation you're in with credit. If you want to raise it, we can help you. If you want to work about something as far as your credit breaches, let me know. We can help you get in contact with a lot of people as well to help you with that. Whatever the goals and aspirations are, please reach out to me. Again, I'm here for you, and I can be reached at 847-420-5923, or you can again also inbox me, and there's also a cute little button on my page that could allow you to manually enter your information, and it'll come to me and I can reach out and connect with you one-on-one. All right, thanks so much again, guys. It's Wednesday, as you know. You made a winning day, and again, have a great one. It's going to be a hot one in Chicago, and praying for the people who are being affected right now in Mexico with the earthquakes and the hurricanes. And my God, I am truly praying for world peace and world salvation here, because I don't know what's going on, but we're having a lot of natural disasters, and we need to make sure that, again, we do what we got to do to combine and be one as a people. All right, guys, have a great day. Love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.